Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Tuesday, November 6, 2012. Today is finally election day. The U.S. presidential election is being held today. Approximately 40%, it's estimated, of all votes have already been cast in early voting. Turnout is expected to be quite heavy, and early reports are indicating that it already is quite heavy. I have a little announcement. We were supposed to be broadcasting next week from London. We had an event scheduled where Tom Bolt, the performance director of Lloyd's, and John Hamblin, lead underwriter of Cathedral, were going to speak at a reception we were holding next Tuesday. That reception has now been postponed until Wednesday, January 30th. We have pushed it back because of the effects of Hurricane Sandy. A number of employees from CATEX who were scheduled to go to London remain without power, and several have lost their homes due to rising floodwaters. Speaking of the effects of Sandy, the outage totals for electrical customers in Pennsylvania and New York and New Jersey have gone down. However, there are a number of homes still in New Jersey and New York without electricity. New Jersey has about 256,000 homes out. PSE&G, which is one of the major providers, has about 310,000 additional homes out in New York and in New Jersey. The bad news is that there is a northeaster approaching. It's going to come tomorrow evening. Will bring winds of about 60 miles per hour, cold temperatures. There may be snow in Pennsylvania, and if it's not snow, they're expecting about 4 inches of rain. It could be a very dangerous storm if people don't have heat, such as yours truly. Interestingly enough now, and not to be unexpected, Andreas Schaft, the head of natural catastrophe events at Swiss Re, says that Hurricane Sandy will have a severe effect on the pricing of reinsurance premiums for natural catastrophe risks in the U.S. He said if history is any guide, if you look at Japan and New Zealand, which suffered major losses last year, there we see price rises of up to 40%. It would not be unexpected to see the same here. He noted that Swiss Re has received very little information yet from the clients that it has reinsured, and noted that its office in New York has no electricity, no telephones, and no internet, so there's no way for anybody to submit a claim to them. XL Group CEO Mike McGavick believes that Superstorm Sandy will change the insurance industry's perception of risk. He spoke in a conference call last night where he talked about the XL third quarter net income results of about $172 million that beat all analysts' expectations. McGavick said that the reality is that no one really knows anything with certainty at this early stage about this storm. He said what's clear is that the complexity and concentration of risks in the northeastern U.S. and the fact that too many people did not have insurance coverage that they needed will indicate a complete rethink as to the way people approach risks. He said the region hit by the storm was, quote, not as well prepared as it could have been. Greg Hendrick, the head of XL's insurance operations, said that the company had identified about 175 potential claims based on reports from clients, brokers, and the news media. He said that they had ample reinsurance protection in place. Hanover Re came out with some numbers, the third largest reinsurer in the world. They said that low catastrophes and higher investment income have helped them double operating profit for the first 9 months of 2012. They won't be able to say that when they come out with their year-end numbers after this. Cigna Corporation, the fourth largest U.S. health insurer, said that although its third quarter profit increased sharply, they're going to lay off about 4% of their workforce. Their CEO says they need to do this to support the expansion of business. I don't quite understand that, but they're going to drop about 1,300 employees, 1,000 in the U.S. and about 300 in Europe. A 4.3 magnitude earthquake struck Quebec this morning at about 4:05 a.m. People felt it from Ottawa all the way to Montreal. That's about a 190-mile stretch. No damage or injuries. The situation in Syria continues to get worse. 50 Syrian army soldiers were hit and killed by a suicide bomb yesterday, and this morning the brother of the Speaker of the Syrian Parliament was assassinated as he drove to work. Meanwhile, in Qatar, it seems that Syrian opposition groups are meeting to try to align themselves to be in a position to accept Western aid. And here's an interesting payback. If you ever are picking up faxes from your office fax machine and see these proliferation of junk faxes, Well, the Supreme Court of the state of Georgia ruled against a company that had been accused of partnering with a Texas firm to send more than 300,000 junk faxes to metro Atlanta homes and businesses. This means that that company could be liable for a $459 million penalty. The Norcross-based Georgia Fast Sign Company, which said its fax machine became tied up with unsolicited ads for the company, sued the American Home Service Company, which is the perpetrator apparently, in a class action lawsuit. American Home Service Company is going to have to pay $1,500 in damages for each of the 306,000 junk faxes it sent out. If they're going to appeal this, they'll have to go to the United States Supreme Court. Boy, that's a big fine. Hopefully when we speak tomorrow, we will have electricity and the election will be over and we will not be involved in any legal recounts. Keep your fingers crossed. We'll see. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thanks for watching.